Hello, friends. My name is Reverend Rachel Simpson. I'm the minister at Unity Spiritual Center of Anchorage. Today is our Christmas Eve service. When I was a kid growing up, it was a time, it was one of my favorite things about Christmas. With all the candles, we got fancy dressed up, we sang all the songs in church. And I thought this year, I just wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling it the same way. I wasn't feeling like getting all dressed up. I wasn't, and maybe it's because, this is a pandemic, still pandemic year. And, we're doing virtual ministry, which is super awesome and inclusive, and I love it. But it's different. And so I thought, well, maybe it's not a year for fancy dress up. Maybe it's not a year for dark and candles and all of that. And so we're going to still have readings. We're going to still have music. We're going to still have times of quiet contemplation. And that's going to be wonderful. And if you have your candle, you can light it whenever you want. But I'm not going to set up a whole big table of candles like I have in the past, because I know that you have the light in you all the time. So let us start with a song. The garment of life, be it tattered and torn, the cloak of the soldier is weathered and worn. But what child is this that is poverty born? The peace of Christmas Day. The branch that bears the bright holly, the dove that rests in yonder tree, the light that shines for all to see, the peace of Christmas Day. The hope that has slumbered for 2,000 years, a promise that silenced 1,000 fears, a faith that can hobble an ocean of tears, the peace of Christmas Day. The branch that bears the bright holly, the love that rests in yonder tree, the light that shines for all to see, the peace of Christmas Day. Add all the grief that people may bear, total the strife and the trouble and care, put them in columns and leave them right there, the peace of Christmas Day. The branch that bears the bright holly, the dove that rests in yonder tree, the light that shines for all to see, the peace of Christmas Day. The branch that bears the bright holly, the dove that rests in yonder tree, the light that shines for all to see, the peace of Christmas Day.
If Every Day Were Christmas by James Dillett Freeman. If every day were Christmas, how different life would be. If not one day, but all the year were ruled by charity. Had we the faith in miracles a child has Christmas morn, each day would be love's manger, and Christ would be reborn in us again, to change and heal our outworn wars and ways, had we a child or shepherd's gift for wonderment and praise. Yet every day is Christmas when we have learned to live by love's law, learned not how to get, but only how to give. And like a child can wonder, and like a child can pray, but have the grown up wisdom to give ourselves away.
So I'm here in front of our family's Christmas tree. And I think there's some beautiful lessons to be found within this Christmas tree. First of all, last year a wonderful thing happened. My family had always had white lights on our Christmas tree, and that was what I thought I preferred. And my husband always had colored lights, and he thought that's what he preferred. And so over the years, we'd switched back and forth from one to the other. And last year, we decided to put both on, and we were just going to plug one in and then plug the other in. But we discovered that together was actually the best option. And we liked that even more. It just glows. It's fantastic. And so I thought that was a wonderful lesson, that together, and maybe seeing how we can find a middle place in all of our options, is even the best option. More lights is the answer. Always more. And the other thing that's wonderful about, I think, about our Christmas tree is the beautiful harmony in the disharmony. None of the ornaments match, right? They're all various ornaments that were created and given to us, or that my mom always gave us Christmas ornaments for Christmas. So there are some that sort of match, like that are my sisters and mine, but they're still different. And I think that that's a great lesson for especially this year. But you know, the world we live in seems really complicated, and there's a lot going on, and it's going to continue to be that way. Sorry. And maybe we could remember the lessons of the Christmas tree to find the harmony in the disharmony. Maybe we can learn the lessons of being present when life shows up and needs things from us right in the moment and we weren't expecting it. Maybe we can find grace in that. Maybe we can learn presence from that. Not like presence under the tree, but just the presence of being here in this moment, even when it's uncomfortable, even when it's frustrating, even when it feels like you really would prefer to have the lights that you want on the tree. How can we keep the lessons of Christmas, of peace on earth, and shining our light and caring for one another? How do we take that with us through the year? That's the question. How do we remember that in the disharmony, there is harmony. In the chaos, there is order. And in the order, there's chaos. How do we step in bravely into who we are called to be, and how we are called to change and grow as the world around us is evolving and changing? And so we continue to grow into this Christmas season. We continue to release the things that are ours to release. And we continue to stay together in community, knowing that that is truly how we are the strongest. said, "You are the light of the world. A city built on a hill cannot be hidden." And so I chose this spot where you can see our city on a hill. Pretty soon it'll be dark out and it will be so bright. But we have to remember that in the time of Jesus, 2,000 years ago, he wasn't, it was really dark then. It was really dark. They didn't have light pollution, they didn't have electric lights. It was really important, and it was a metaphor that really made sense to people. And the thing is the light he was talking about, yes, he was talking about light in the sky or light in your house, but he was talking, I think, too, about the lessons of loving your neighbor, the lessons of taking care of one another, the lessons of that we talk about here at Christmas of peace and connection. And so when we say that you are the light of the world, you being these things, peace, love, and joy, and wisdom in the world, that's you shining your light. And when you do that, there's no way that you can't show up and make a difference. Just like a city on a hill cannot be hidden. Shine your light. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.